For food quality, clap to enjoy this healthy world. Visualize it.
Oh yes, there's the clap for food quality song. That was Aviva, the Flying Penguins right there. Before that we heard Mr. Woody Guthrie, one of my favorites, from the Ash recordings, a tune called Stewball. Well, welcome to another edition of Happy Grass. Why? Because we're always so happy. And I want to thank Joni and the Class Chronicles gang for another bang-up job. Once again, we are still in the middle of our spring pledge drive. Give us a call, make that donation for 045238989. Later on, we're going to have Miss Aviva herself coming in because we've got a special event coming up on April 20th. 20 for 20. We're going to be talking about that. We also have Mr. Ted Metz in the old bunkhouse as well. And first of all, Ted, if you can tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, where you're from, all that good stuff.
An open question. How long do I have? I'm here until 10, right?
Yes,
okay. I'm Ted Metz, and I have been pretty much a full-time activist since about 2013 or so.
Okay.
And my hot-button issues really all evolve around hemp, industrial hemp, and medical marijuana.
Okay.
And, of course, the second area is responsible representative government, but we're not here to talk about that tonight.
Exactly. There
So,
we go.
I'm not really sure exactly when I became such an advocate of industrial hemp.
Okay.
But if you want to talk about that for a minute, it really sort of starts with the whole environmental impact studies of raising corn for ethanol. That's really what got me thinking about why are we doing this when we can actually take a crop that in most climates can grow 3 crops a year and refine that into biodiesel and other alcohol from the remains, and we wouldn't need to be raising a food supply that feeds our animals and feeds people, and we wouldn't be destroying that in an energy inefficient, non-green manner to create a substance to add to a fossil fuel that actually lowers your gas mileage. It just makes no sense other than a huge giveaway to people who grow corn. So, questions about that. You can call in tonight. We're doing our pledge drive, so call the station right now.
404-523-8989, the number to the old bunkhouse. And real quickly here, we're going to get to a buddy of mine, couple buddies of mine. First of all, from Channel 46, we have my good pal Amanda Davis with a brief message.
I'm Amanda Davis, CBS 46 News. You can donate to the WRFG Pledge Drive by calling 404-523-8989 or pledge online.
Good job. All right, that's my good pal Amanda Davis. What a sweetheart she is. What a sweetheart. There you go. Give us a call, 405-223-8989. Pick up that call, make a donation. And we also have dodging the raindrops. It's cleared up a little bit outside. And I believe I can hear him puttering up above. We have my good pal Doug Trimble and the WSB Skycopter.
I'm with the WSB Skycopter right now. I got to be quick with you because I'm flying over 2 different red alerts here this afternoon. We have 2 different interstates shut down. But folks, I want to remind y'all that we got the drive going out here for WRFG, and of course, those different levels in which we can donate to keep this radio station on the air. Commercial-free radio that has a different vibe to it. So important here, and especially these times. What I'm going to talk about issues what you'd like to because of different corporate structures and such. So here we go. If you want to donate, you can get some different prizes. If you donate a $325 level, you get a week stay at the Fastball and Starkey Hospital in beautiful Asheville, North Carolina. At $120, you get a tour of WFB and radio with me. We'll show you what it all looks like. Then you can get to the $89.30 level with dinner of your choice and you DJ for a night at WRFG. But the difference is that, of course, JR has to go to dinner with you, so you might want to actually pay him not to go. I don't know. Just get down. And then the $500 level, this is big. With Sunset Car Company, you can go in the Braves game and be in a suite. All right, so this is pretty cool. We also have some movie passes and some CDs and great photographs for you to give away. But if it weren't for this radio station, you wouldn't have this great radio show. So help JR out. Donate 404-523-8989 or send in your donation at WRFG.org. The fundraiser happening several times a year right here. We want to keep this station going, the heart here of the Little Five Boys. Thanks, JR, for having me on the boat. Keep it going.
Okay, there you hear the Doug Trumbull. If he can do that from way up in the helicopter, I know you can do it from down here on the ground. That's simple. Give us a call. And we also have in the old bunkhouse with us Kyle, who's a volunteer helping us answer phones as well. How are you doing, Kyle? Pull up the microphone.
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I'm doing well. And tell us a little bit about yourself, Kyle, where you're from, all that good stuff.
Well, actually, I'm Atlanta born and raised, one of the few, one of the proud. And I've very recently wanted to start working in community activism and also have a desire to be on the radio eventually. And I have a good friend who works here, and I just happened to be talking to him randomly about these passions. And he said, dude, come down to WRFG and you can look into, doing both. So at the very least, I'm doing community work now.
Definitely.
It's great. It's a passion of mine that I really enjoy.
Well, we're glad to have you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
There you go, folks. Give us a call, 404-523-8989. Now, Ted, coming up on April 20th, you have something special going on. What's going to be happening that day?
Well, Thursday, April the 20th, we are doing what we're calling the 420 Atlanta Rally at Liberty Plaza, which is right adjacent to the Capitol property downtown. And the 420 Atlanta Rally really is to raise awareness of the failed war on drugs, how industrial hemp can save the planet, and how many different medical benefits there are to cannabis as a medicine. We're going to have about 16 different speakers there to address each of those areas. We have a few experts on industrial hemp, and of course Aviva is going to be there. We'll have some live entertainment. I'm hoping to nail down one of my friends who is a rapper in Atlanta. I won't mention his name, but he is supposed to come and perform. We have a couple other bands, and of course Aviva will be there singing some of her more famous hemp and cannabis songs.
Definitely.
So anyway, the event is Thursday, 420, which is April the 20th. It is a Thursday during the weekday, and it's going to be from 11 until 2. And just come on down. We're going to have a lot of people there. We should have a lot of fun. We're going to learn a lot about the various aspects of cannabis and hemp. And I encourage everyone to pay attention to what we're doing, either on our libertyamerica.org website, that's libertyamerica.org, or our that's the 420atlantarally.com. That's where you can find out a lot more information about who's going to be there and who's going to be speaking, as well as the timing and how to park and how to ride MARTA down and all those important things that you'd need to know if you decided to make a trip down there.
Sounds interesting. That is going to be fascinating on 420, April 20th. Now, is there a website or phone number people can call if they want more information on that?
Well, again, that's libertyamerica.org. Just libertyamerica.org, and also 420atlantarally.com. That's the numbers 420atlantarally.com.
AtlantaRally.com.
The 420atlantarally.com. And again, we put the 420 in it because it's all about 420.
Definitely. That is a good idea. Okay, we're going to be jumping into another tune in just a second. But first, I have another brief announcement from our good pal, Amanda Davis, coming up right now.
I'm Amanda Davis, CBS 46 News. Please support the WRFG Pledge Drive. Call now, 404-523-8989.
Thank you so much for that, Amanda Davis. And you can catch her on CBS Atlanta, Channel 46 in the early morning. Man, she's an amazing person. I'll see how she does it. Anyways,
call 404-523-8989. Right now, operators are standing by to take your pledge. This is community-based radio, and we need your support, so please call 404-523-8989.
Definitely well put. Well, we're going to jump back into another tune. We got one pledge already. Woo-hoo! And we're looking for more. Give us a call, 404-523-8989. Don't forget, in a while, we're going to be having some live music with the famous Aviva.
Oh, let's go to Colorado in July. I wanna go to Colorado in July. It's the prettiest time of year, and I'm tired of being here. So let's go to Colorado in July. I thought the idea sounded mighty fine. Never been there before, perhaps it was time. I love to see pretty flowers, walk the mountain paths for hours. I thought the idea sounded mighty fine. Oh, let's go to Colorado in July. I wanna go to Colorado in July. It's the prettiest time of year, and I'm tired of being here. So let's go to Colorado in July. I'm a mountain man in my heart, he confided. Colorado's where I'm supposed to be, he decided. Let's go get us a ranch in the valley, raise some horses and our own family. I'm a mountain man in my heart, he confided. So let's go to Colorado in July. I wanna go to Colorado in July. It's the prettiest time of year, and we're tired of being here. So let's go to Colorado in July. And we say hey, and we say and we say let's get our tickets today. Baby, you had an idea to go to Colorado in July. Oh, you and I see you got the tickets. We're going to Colorado in July. Oh, you and I. And there's a lot of music to be heard there in July. Mountains deep with culture mystified. Singing to our God and going our own pace. This makes really on a better place. There's a lot of music to be heard in July.
the Kasoy sisters right there. Off their Bluegrass Jamboree. I'll Fly Away. That's from the soundtrack for the movie Oh Brother Where Art Thou. And before that we heard from Aviva Vivazuela, and off of her new CD that she's currently working hard with in the studio, Colorado in July. That's the music video, goes along with the CD, and it is going to be amazing. Well, the time is 33 minutes past the hour, and this week I feel so lost. Scribbles is on vacation for 3 weeks. He went to the Bahamas.
Lucky Scribble.
Yes, he's in the Bahamas, but his spirit is in the old bunkhouse.
Always.
And we also have Ted Metz and Kyle, and also Aviva, and she's going to be performing in just a while. But right now it's time for the Bluegrass Americana calendar, the Lake Love Report, plus our recipe of the week. And like I said, I feel so lost. I know I'll mess this up. But I did ask last week, I was having contests with anyone who wanted to come in, and oh, there's the door. Oh my goodness. Yes. May I help you? Yes, this is former President Ronald Reagan. Oh my God, welcome back to Earth, Mr. Reagan. I mean, former President, excuse me. Can I help you? Yes, I want to do the Americana calendar, the Bluegrass Report, and the recipe of the week. Sure, go ahead, Mr. Former President. Okay, Mr. President finally found the stuff. Like I said, he has Alzheimer's, folks, so you gotta bear with him. He's a little bit slow. Yes, I do have Alzheimer's. While he's looking for that, we're gonna play a little tune. Okay, now the former president found his stuff. I tell you, it's weird having someone with Alzheimer's who forgets a lot of stuff. Okay, Mr. President, you ready for the Bluegrass Americana calendar and the recipe of the week? Sure. Now, is this the lake report I'm doing? No, Mr. Ronald. It's the Americana calendar first. Okay, coming up on April 13th, they're going to have Malcolm Holcomb with special guest Jared Tyler at the Red Light Cafe. And is that the 16th or the 14th? The 14th, okay. Sorry. They're going to have Dusty Rhodes and C.J. Jones in the Spirit Bones. And then on the 15th, they're going to have Stephen Cox Transitions CD release show with Emmy Law and Paige Williams. More information, www.redlightcafe.com for more info. And then the Red Clay Music Foundry, on the 15th, they're going to have Grassland String Band with special guest Katie Pruitt. On the 21st, they're going to have ESOE Bose, Death Defying Musical Review. And on the 22nd, they're going to have Chuck Cannon and Larry White. And then, what's this? What's Merlefest? Don't worry, it's this festival in North Carolina. Go ahead, Mr. Former President. I forgot, where am I again? You're in the old bunkhouse on WRFG doing the Americana calendar, Lake Love Report, and the recipe of the week. Okay, that's right. Thank you. I have a bad memory. Yes, you do. You should come by more often, Mr. President, Mr. Former President. Okay, so go ahead, tell us about Merle Fest. Okay, Thursday, April 27th through April 30th, Wilkesboro, North Carolina, Wilkes Community College. On Thursday, they're going to have Mountain Heart, Sutton, Holt, and Coleman, Jack Lawrence, plus others throughout the day and evening. Friday, they're going to have the Stray Birds, Sierra Hall, Scythian, plus others. And Saturday, they're going to have the Earls of Leicester, Bella Fleck, Jim Lauderdale, plus additional artists. And Sunday, they're going to have Mipso, Donna the Buffalo, the Steel Wheels, plus others. www.merlefest.org. And what am I doing now? The Lake Level report up at Lake Lanier. Oh, that's right. It's 1062.01. The level is 8.99 feet below full pool, and it's 1071.00. And do you want me to do the recipe? Yeah, but hold on. We got a special person on the phone, Mr. President. We have from News Chopper 2, Channel 2, we have Jason Durden from News Chopper 2, and I know it was a little bit too wet to fly today, but he joins us to help us out with the drive. Jason, welcome back.
Thank you, sir. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. How are you?
We're doing good. If we can make it through this night of storms, it's been kind of rough, hasn't it?
I know. Yeah, been rough to fly in. I bet.
Yeah, we didn't even take the helicopter out of the hangar today because we just left it in there. We couldn't do anything. But we've been doing a lot with that I-85 bridge collapse.
Oh, yeah, and amazing coverage on that. You guys have been amazing, outstanding.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. It's certainly a team effort.
Now, tell us what's happening. We're in the middle of our pledge drive, and how can people donate?
Well, people can just pick up the phone and give us a call. What's the number, JR?
It's 404-523-8989.
You can just pick up the phone, give them a call. You can go online to WRFG.org and securely donate with your credit card or your debit card online right there. Don't even have to get off your couch or anything. And you can help what is really an Atlanta treasure, and that's community radio. Atlanta still has a community radio station, and that's an amazing thing in this day and age. It really is, folks. And it wouldn't be possible without the donations from the listeners. The people that enjoy the programming, that tune in all the time, they're the ones that keep this station on the air, and it takes a lot of money to keep a radio station on the air. So every penny that can be gotten is certainly appreciated.
Definitely, most definitely. And we do have different levels. We have the 500 VIP Club, the 365 Power Club, the 250 Radio Patron, the $120 Loyal Listener, $89.30 Community Supporter, and the individual at $40, and then whatever amount they want to make. Earlier, we just got a generous donation as well. So there you go, folks. You heard
Awesome.
Jason. Yep, 404-523-8989. And I remember the first time when you told me that you started listening, you said you love this stuff.
I do, man. I've always been a fan. I'm a huge bluegrass fan and Americana music fan. So, you know, where am I going to listen to that in Atlanta? There's only one place, and that's at WRFG.
Definitely.
You're not hearing it on any other radio station in town. So I just have to tune in. I mean, I actually listen to it a lot of times when I'm going to bed at night. I put it on my little clock radio next to the bed and listen. So
oh, yeah.
It's a great thing for Atlanta to still have a community radio station, and where you can just get all different kinds of programming, not just the same old thing over and over.
That is so true. Well, Jason, if someone donates at the $89.30 level, can we get it arranged where they can come over to PDK and see where y'all keep News Chopper 2 and the WSB Skycopter?
We can certainly do that, JR. That would be no problem at all, and we'd love to have somebody come out and take a look at the helicopters. It's always fun when people get to be able to do that.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, well, yeah, we'll get a group of people. Yeah, that'll be fun. We'll go out there, and then I'll take them to lunch. That'll be perfect. Okay.
Perfect. Now listen, JR, I want you to mark down May 20th.
May 20th.
On your calendar, Saturday, May 20th. It'll be the 4th annual Captain Herb Emery Memorial Motorcycle Ride out at Fred's Barbecue House in Lithia Springs. You know where that is. I know.
Fred's Barbecue.
So y'all come on out, and we'll have some more information coming out that soon on all of our social media, so be on the lookout for that. But I want everybody to put that down and come on out. Let's raise some money for Toys for Tots, too.
Definitely. Okay. Well, Jason, thank you so much for everything you do in the community.
Thank you for everything you do, JR. You have a wonderful night, buddy.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you, man. Bye.
Okay, that's our good pal, Jason Durden from News Chopper 2, WSB. And we are going to jump back into some more music in just a second. Actually, we're in just a second after we take care of some business, we're going to get back to our guests as well, Ted Metz. We are going to talk more about this is fascinating, folks. So give us a call, 404-523-8989. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back.
Donate your car, truck, or boat. It's easy. We can put it to good use, and you get a tax receipt. Call our toll-free number. We pick up your vehicle, running or not. We send you a tax receipt, and it takes just a few minutes. Call toll-free 844-WRFG-CAR. That's 844-973-4227 to arrange a free pickup. Proceeds will benefit WRFG 89.3 FM, WRFG.org, your station for progressive information and hand-picked quality music. Thank you.
Life's like the road that you travel on. There's one day here and the next day gone. Sometimes you win, sometimes you stand, sometimes you turn your back to the wind. Life is a highway, I wanna ride it all night
Hi, this is Aja. They said it was a dream. They said it was an idealistic dream when it was announced that there would be a radio station in Atlanta presenting alternative programming financed by donations from listeners. WRFG is established as one of the most important organizations in the Atlanta area and as a national model for an alternative approach to radio. And contrary to the experts' predictions, you have stepped forward to voluntarily donate your hard-earned money to make sure this station stays on the air. Hundreds and hundreds of people have called one at a time to say, yes, I do want to pledge my support to community radio. Now it's your turn to help us get thousands and thousands of people to pledge their support to WRFG. Pledge online at www.wrfg.org or give us a call at 404-523-8989.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Call 404-523-8989. That's WRFG's Lifeline. It's listener-sponsored radio. That means you calling in and pledging your support to Radio Free Georgia. Free means freedom. It doesn't mean that just you can take this for free. I mean, of course you can. Of course you can. And anyone can listen and never pay a dime. But we operate in an honor system in community media. We say if you appreciate the program, give us a call and let us know. And in that way, we don't have to turn to the advertisers. We don't have to turn to the weapons manufacturers. We don't turn to the corporate underwriters. We turn to you. You are community radio. You are WRFG. So call 404-523-8989. That's 404-523-8989. And not only preserve community radio, not only help WRFG survive, but help it thrive. Thanks so much.
Okay, and as you heard, we are in the middle of our pledge drive. And we are back. We have Mr. Ted Metz with us this evening. And Ted, there's some stuff going out, lots of stuff. Tell us what's happening in the hemp world.
Well, just recently, in my opinion, it's kind of bad news, but in Washington State, Oregon, Kentucky, and also Colorado, their state legislatures somehow went and redefined the definition of industrial hemp. Industrial hemp classically had always been any plant of the cannabis genus that only produced less than 0.3% total THC. THC, actually delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, is the psychoactive ingredient in marijuana. Essentially, law enforcement makes the distinction between what is hemp and what is marijuana by the percentage of THC in it. Now, what they've done, the classical method of measuring the THC in the plant was by weight, by just THCA, which is tetrahydrocannabinolic acid. It is the precursor to the delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, which is the psychoactive ingredient. So what they've done in Washington, Oregon, Colorado, and Kentucky, where the greatest amount of industrial hemp is being grown right now, they changed the definition to make all forms of THC, whether active or non-active, in the plant count towards that 3.3% limit. So what this essentially means is that every farmer who has had seed from certified seed suppliers that produced a plant that had less than 0.3% THCA, the precursor, now they're going to be raising plants that no longer pass the definition of industrial hemp. So what's going to happen is essentially all these farmers are growing a crop that is going to be illegal according to these state laws now. So the thing that we've been trying to figure out, I have other friends in the industrial hemp movement, if you want to say it like that, who've been trying to figure out who exactly has been behind all of these new regulations, and the best that we can come up with, it has been Big Pharma, essentially, who has been getting legislatures to pass these legislations, which they don't really understand because they're not scientists. But the effect of what is happening is that they can no longer raise a crop of industrial hemp because now, because of the higher THC content, according to their test, it's now marijuana. So we're in a lot of trouble in that regard. So if you know anyone in Colorado, Kentucky, Oregon, or Washington who is a hemp farmer, please give them a call or email them and let them know what their legislators have just done to them. Because it is a classic, it's almost like a tar and feathering in reverse. So somebody is working overtime to try and kill the industrial hemp industry.
Man, good point. Great. Man, that is amazing.
No, it's disgusting. It's not amazing.
Yeah. What's amazing what the government can do.
It's amazing how some group of guys can like spoil the party for everyone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go figure.
Oh well, and see, that's on the other side of the coin is a week ago the FDA approved a synthetic THC that for medicine.
Mm-hmm.
They actually, the first synthetic cannabis medication, actually the second, because what was it, Canatrol or Mannitol was the first one, which is just basically THC to increase someone's appetite.
Wow.
And essentially now they have 2 FDA-approved cannabis drugs, and the whole thing just kind of stinks to high heaven to me.
Yes, definitely.
It seems like the same actors that were behind the original Marijuana with an H, Marijuana Stamp Act of 1937 are the same people who are trying to kill hemp still.
Boy. Go figure.
Just to give somebody a clue, it's rather interesting that nylon was patented in February of 1937, and then in October of 1937 they did this Marijuana Stamp Act that basically outlawed all forms of cannabis and hemp.
Well, speaking about cannabis, we have a special guest on the phone. We have Mr. Bruce Dietzen.
Hey,
and
Bruce.
he drives the Cannabis Car. Bruce, what's up?
JR, Ted,
Hi,
Aviva,
Bruce.
so good to talk to you again.
Good to talk to you too,
Hi, Bruce.
Bruce.
How you guys been? Hey.
Doing well. Thanks for joining us this evening. First
Thank
of
you.
all, Bruce.
Well, first of all, let me also interrupt for a second. We're having a lightning storm outside, so if we lose power, Bruce, it was nice talking to you.
Hey, Ted, hey, love to talk to you, buddy.
So, Bruce, if you can tell
Don't
our
get shot.
listeners where you're from, all that good stuff.
Well, I'm from Key West, Florida, down in the tropics. Which, interestingly enough, I just saw an article the other day. Now that you asked, it said that the first place that global warming is going to pretty much wipe out is us down here in the tropics by 2020. So, good thing I live on a boat, huh?
Man, oh man, that's not good. So,
Yeah, they were saying the global warming thing because we switched over from, making our fuels from hemp, like Henry Ford, thought was a good idea back in 1941, like Ted was talking about. And if we would have stayed in that path, if we would have listened to Henry Ford back in 1941, we wouldn't have these problems. But bottom line is, in the next couple of years, the experts are saying that we're going to have some real serious problems down here, and then by 2047, it's going to reach up there and to much further north than Atlanta, up to New York, etc., where there are many more people, and they're going to feel the effects of climate change. So I'm pretty concerned about this stuff, man.
yes, there's no doubt. Now, Bruce owns a car that's made out of cannabis. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, back in 1941, Henry Ford actually created the most important invention of his life, and it's not talked about on the internet. It's not in our history books when we were raised as kids. All of that history also. But his most important, invention was, the manufacturing line, or employing people for twice as much as everybody else, or a V8 engine. They said that was the most important thing that he ever invented, but it wasn't. Quite frankly, he invented the greenest car in history, and he worked from 1929 until 1941 creating a car made out of plant material, and then fueled it with plant material. And I think one of the reasons why this never really made the history books is because he did it during the time, as Ted pointed out, it was right around 1937 when cannabis hemp was made illegal, along with the THC variety of cannabis, and it was just completely demonized unnecessarily. And so his vision for making an automobile that was made out of plants and fueled by plants, primarily cannabis, by the way, cannabis hemp, was squashed. And unfortunately, he passed away before his car was able to be put in production. As you know, a couple months after he introduced this car in 1941, Pearl Harbor happened. So we went into a phase in our country where we manufactured nothing but jeeps and tanks and planes, etc. And so for a period of time there, for about 6 or 7 years, no cars were manufactured. Henry Ford passed away, and his idea went to the grave with him, unfortunately. So I've simply picked up where he left off, and started back about 5 or 6 years ago, making an automobile inspired by Henry Ford that is being made primarily out of cannabis hemp. And it was really a weird experience because 5 or 6 years ago I had no idea that this car was that green. But I did the numbers, I crunched the numbers and found out that it was actually much greener than today's electric cars. And it makes sense, totally makes sense. If you make a car out of plants, and you fuel it from scraps from a done the numbers, and so now we're off to make the greenest car in the world. And actually, we're off to make the first carbon negative vehicle in history, and that's what we're working on right now.
Sounds amazing. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then what we'll do for a pledge, if anyone would like to talk to either Bruce or Ted, they can call and make a donation, and I'll put them on. If they make a donation at the $50 level, that's easy enough. They'll get to ask a question for 045-23-8989. We're going to take a quick little break, and then on the other side of the takeout window, we'll be right back. And if you do have a question, jump on board for 045-23-8989.
You're listening to Community Radio WRFG Atlanta and on the World Wide Web at WRFG.org. 89.3 FM. We're proudly your listener-supported station for progressive information.
Okay, and speaking of cannabis cars and all that good stuff, where's Henry Ford when we need him today? We are going to take a listen to Cannabis Car.
Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? You got a nice life. You got a nice wife. You're working hard for your money. You got to save to survive, but the gas prices never cease to rise. Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Henry Ford, he invented the design. How nice it would be to not smell like gasoline every time I'd take my car for a ride. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? And my mother, she would agree. Use cannabis for paper and not a tree. Use cannabis for clothing instead of cotton. It even grows wild without the pesticides that give us cancer. Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Ufona, akuya kule cannabis. Ufona, akuya kule cannabis. Ufona, akuya kule cannabis. Some people say that oil pollutes and drilling into the ground is killing our roots. production legal. Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Cannabis. Don't you want a car that runs on cannabis? Cannabis. George Washington knew it. George Washington even grew it. Do 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 do. Your money's made of cannabis. Do 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 do. The pyramids are made of cannabis. Do 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 do.
All right, there we heard the Cannabis Car song off of the Painted Truth, and that was Aviva and the Flying Penguins right there. And tell us a little bit about that song, Aviva.
Well, back in my early days when I was a young child of just 25 or so, maybe I was 27, I was wolfing on a farm, picking blueberries and the most delicious golden cherry tomatoes ever consumed by mankind. And I was talking to the farmer, and he offered me a puff of marijuana, cannabis. And I actually declined because I'm actually not a smoker.
Perfect.
And he said, well, it's not because it's illegal, is it? Because you know that's all a scam, right? And I said, no, you know, I just don't smoke. And he said, well, one time in the history of mankind, we were once required to grow cannabis for the government if you were a farmer. And that surprised me. I thought to myself, why? And he said, because cannabis is not only this plant that I'm smoking here right now, it is a plant that produces so many products you have no idea. Our Declaration of Independence was written on hemp paper. Henry Ford created a car that ran on cannabis fuel. We used hemp ropes, hemp sails. The list goes on and on and on. And so my mind blew open. Here I went through, you know, a quarter century of my life not knowing any of this and why. So that's when I started to open up that book, or Pandora's box, and I indeed found out that Henry Ford created a car that not only ran on cannabis, but was made out of cannabis fiber and soy fiber, maybe a little flax in there too.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and I was jumping up and down. I was at my mom's house. She got all excited with me, and I wrote the Cannabis Car song.
Wow, and therefore it was born. Interesting. Very fascinating.
And I just started singing it, and everyone said, who cares that cannabis creates fuel? It's also this horrible drug, and there's no way it's ever going to be legal. And I was just in shock, you know, like a deer in headlights. And I was just like, what? Why be negative about this? Why don't you be excited that this exists? Be excited that we don't need oil spills anymore. Anyone with any common sense, with any intelligence, would actually see that we need to start using this plant right now.
And it helps out
free
with
energy.
medical
We need
treatment.
to just get rid of any kind of law, limiting this plant, causing separation. We need to just get the seeds in the ground. We are smart enough as a human race to know that if this is a fuel option, then we need to stop all those pipelines.
Exactly.
And just grow biomass fuel locally, process it locally. We can figure out how to do this, people. We can figure out how to do this. All we need to do is unite. That's all we need to do.
There we go.
We are not a slave to society's rules.
Well put. Now, if you do have a question for either Ted Metz or Bruce Dietzen or Aviva, give us a call at the $50 level. Make a donation, and we'll put you on the air, and you can ask questions.
So guess what I saw this past week in Colorado?
Who's that?
I saw my very first hempcrete building.
Wow.
And you know I'm an earthen builder, and
exactly.
I've seen a lot of earth and buildings, but
So what was your take? How would you rate it on a 1 to 10 scale?
it was an 11.
An 11? Okay, wow.
You know it. One louder, baby. Because seriously, it was just like an earthen home, but it had hemp in it, and it had lime, and it looked so much simpler in some ways to build. Cobbing will always be my first love, but I'm really excited about bringing hempcrete houses here to Georgia.
Could you actually see it drawing CO2 right out of the atmosphere?
I could feel it.
Interesting. So, Bruce, have you seen one of those houses?
I haven't seen one of those houses, JR, but I've seen lots of videos. And I have to tell you, other than the automobile industry, the whole concept of making homes out of cannabis hemp is just a tremendous opportunity for all of us, and we should support that idea. It's just an incredible carbon negative way to turn things around, and that's what we all have to start thinking about. And I know Ted and yourself and Aviva all believe in this, and that's the message that we need to send. And the same message that Henry Ford said back in 1941. We can make everything we need, almost everything, not everything, but almost everything, from plants like cannabis and soybeans, etc. And instead of taking things from beneath the soil, we need to make things that are grown above the soil. It's a very simple concept, and we just got off track 125 years ago.
And we're still off track even today. This whole prohibition of cannabis as an industrial agricultural crop, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, industrial hemp could actually feed the planet. Not only can it replace everything that fossil fuels do, it is one of the best sources of nutrition ever manufactured, ever put on the planet. It's amazing. It's got 17 different, it's got 9 amino acids. And our body really only needs 4 for survival.
And THC acid, and CBD acid.
And CBD oils. And CBDs actually are protectants. It's like a prophylaxis for your entire body.
And a sunblock for the plant.
And there are about 420 different constituent chemical compounds in a cannabis plant. And of those, probably 420 of them are actually beneficial in some way or another. Either for nutrition, for protecting nerves, for rebuilding brain cells, for killing cancer cells. Feel free to jump in there, Aviva.
With a song?
Either with a song, but
hemp really
is.
Let's hear a song.
All right, I wrote this a couple of days ago, and it's about hempcrete. And you all can sing along, even you, Bruce. I know you've heard the song. The chorus is really easy to catch on. H-E-M-P crete, mix it up and feel the beat. C-R-E-T-E, hemp it up and sing with me. This stuff is legit, you can really feel with it. Eco-friendly filler, save the waste and use a tiller. Mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant, everybody. Mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant.
Oh yeah.
Mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant. And with persistence, we'll get this on the main wave. Water, lime, and herd, make sure that your lime is slurred. Knowledge from our past, binders make it hard and fast. Oh, let it hard and slow. Sometimes that's the way to go. Like an art fresco, masterpiece at an art show. Everyone mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant. Mold resistant, rot resistant, mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant. Fire resistant, pest resistant, mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant. And with persistence, we can get this on the main wave. There's things you can do to make the material work for you. Forgiving, breathable, thermal mass conceivable, yeah. I gotta enter this into the 420 song contest, don't you think?
Oh yeah, for the 420 Atlanta rally, that would be a perfect song for that.
Any other singers out there want to submit a song? You can win $420.
Just go to libertyamerica.org for all the details.
Inside 60 degrees, I was saving toxic free, like a healing cave. Oh, the energy you save at some south-facing windows. Use your mind, oh, this is how it goes. Yeah, mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant. You got it, Ted, you sound good. Mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant. Oh, mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant. And with persistence, we can get this on the main wave. Yeah, mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant. Sing it. Mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant. Mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant. And we can get this on the main wave with all of our persistence. Mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant. Mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant. Mold, rot, fire, and pest resistant. And with persistence, we can change.
Man, oh man, bravo.
I am
That is
crumbling up.
amazing.
I am pouring out some hempcrete right now in the
Yes,
studio.
you are.
So you all can check it out.
Yes,
if
you are.
if you'll move the cameras in, we'll get a close-up of this right here.
Exactly.
It looks so organic and beautiful, and
It's such an interesting color also.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's so much more natural. It's like living in this secure, molded, you know, beautifully hardened nest.
Exactly.
You know, it's like feeling like the true flying penguins that we are. In a
Let me ask you this question, Aviva, because I've heard before that hemp fabric is actually like bacterial resistant.
I have not seen the scientific studies, but that's what they're saying. It's like an antibacterial fabric, antibacterial bedding. They're making like the cat bedding for it, cat litter from it. That is the claim. I mean, that's pretty phenomenal. I'm not sure how that works, but I do know that the pests just don't like this stuff.
I was reading an 1850s home encyclopedia the other day, and it was saying to keep pests out of your tomatoes, to actually line the hemp herds around the plant, and it would keep the pests away.
Well, I've got some hemp herd. I didn't know that. Thank you, Ted. I was just building with it. Now I know I can use it in my garden. But I do know that it was very popular to plant hemp to border their farms to keep the pests away as well.
Exactly.
What a phenomenal tool for our hard-working farmers.
And that's a very interesting point that you bring up, because actually one of the chemical constituents of one of the particular terpenes that's found in the plant has been found to be pest resistant. That's why hemp can be grown without pesticides, fungicides, or larvicides, or any of those other harmful petroleum products that are harmful to our bodies and our environment.
Exactly.
Come on, people. I mean, even if you don't think there's, global warming and whatnot and climate change, do you realize how much happier we'll be if our farmers are happier, if we have more
let's also talk about
abundance?
health, because we'd be a lot healthier if we didn't have all these chemicals, pesticides in our environment and in our food supply. Our food supply, especially if you don't buy organic, if you buy canned or processed food, a lot of what you're eating is killing you from
I think a lot of people are just complacent. I mean, they think everyone's going to die. What's the big difference? But on a scale from 1 to 10, is your joy a 5? Because when it gets higher and higher, one cannot explain the amazing energy you will feel called you.
Yeah.
The other thing I've pointed out over and over again is that if we had a clean environment, free of pesticides, free of chemicals, free of poison food, essentially, we would have a lot less need of the broken healthcare system. Because people would be healthy. So what we actually have is a sick care system. We don't have a healthcare system. Healthcare should be what you put in your body should be clean, chemical-free, and nutritious, fresh off the
Think
farm.
about your house. I mean, when you walk into a clean house, you not only feel the sense of calm and happiness, you feel like I could do anything. I could dance around this room. I can open up a project and get some stuff done. And that's like your body. If your body is constantly cluttered with toxins and these negative vibrations, you're not going to be very efficient in your health.
Okay, what's your take on this, Bruce?
I love you guys. I'm traveling around the country saying the same thing.
You're just hanging
and
with
I'm
us,
so
Bruce.
glad I'm surrounded by people that say it, that are saying these things. You guys, I love you guys.
Well, we love you too. And I believe we have another caller, like I said, the $50 level. I'll let you ask a question to either Ted, Aviva, or Bruce. And let's see who we're going to pull in. Let me go to line 2 here. And I guess that doesn't sound good. Okay.
We'll blame it on the weather.
Yeah, we'll blame it on the weather.
And while we're blaming it on the weather, go ahead and call 404-523-8989 and make a pledge to support Community Radio WRFG, or go to WRFG.org and make your pledge on their secure website right now.
And do we have a caller on the other line? I guess not. Caller, can you... No. Okay, we're not going to get to that caller. We're having phone issues. But yeah, you did hear Ted. Go ahead and make that donation. 404-523-8989.
And while we're waiting for your call, I will remind you that we're doing an event at the Liberty Plaza in downtown Atlanta next to the Capitol building from 11 o'clock until 2 o'clock. Kids are welcome. It's a free event. Anyone can show up if they want to. Parking is limited, so take MARTA to Liberty Plaza. This is right next to the Georgia Capitol, also known as the Gold Dome, from 11 until 2 o'clock on Thursday, April the 20th.
There's
and
plenty
it's called
for
the 420 Atlanta Rally.
There's plenty for 20.
Plenty
a
for
few hours
20.
after
A
that,
few hours after that.
we're going to be having an event at First E where we're going to have all kinds of information about the cannabis plant, and we will have hemp clothing, and we will have hemp chapstick and hemp body and bath products, and I'll be using my hemp pick to play my ukulele, and we'll have hemp picks available.
And then you'll be playing
And I'm going to be playing with the fabulous Sean Lee and his one-man banjo band all the way from San Francisco.
Actually,
7:33
we got
p.m.
a special treat. We got a song from Sean Lee, which I'll play.
Ooh!
I'll bring it up right now.
Yes.
If you
20
wanna
for 20.
Take a look at, listen to it. We will bring it up.
Awesome sauce.
Right now.
It's a long, long road, yearning to be traveled, whether near or far, long as it flows. The road is calling my soul to wander. The road's going somewhere, I've somewhere to go. Went from Oakland to Sacramento, Grass Valley to Reno, past Salt Lake City to Boulder I'll go. High times in Denver, Wichita bound. Meet me in Old Town, I'll sing you a song. Well, seen you in the sunset, seen you at dawn, traveling together, just rolling along. Put on a record, sing me a song all night long. All night long, I don't feel so alone. Well, I made my way to Lawrence, on the street of Massachusetts. Oh, Kansas City, to St. Louis I came. Then to Chicago, on to Cincinnati, Morgantown, West Virginia, walking in the rain. Then on to New York, staying in Greenpoint, that's the Polish part of Brooklyn. Busking in Manhattan, trying to see some art, stuck around for Monday, and I must be on my way. Going down past Baltimore, Richmond, Virginia, Asheville, North Carolina, on Lexington Street. Then on to Georgia, Oakhurst, Decatur, Panama City, Florida, my family seat. Then on to New Orleans, busking on Frenchman, had myself some gumbo, walking in the rain. Staggering down Bourbon Street, yeah, I had a few drinks, popping in the Clover, gonna get myself something to eat. On a rainy street in Austin, Country Thunder Thursday, on to Marfa, Texas, Lost Horse Saloon. Then on to Santa Fe, busking on the plaza.
Alright, there we hear the Mr. Sean Lee. We're going to take a quick break, then we'll be back with some more of Bruce Dietzen. I want to say hello to Misty from Aroma. Apparently the rest of our phone lines are not working. We only have one working phone line. So, but I do encourage you to donate online for hemp. We are going to take a quick little break, and then we'll be right back right after this. Stay tuned.
Hey everybody, this is Blackjack from Tuesday's Good Morning Blues. I'm going to talk to you today about something other than roots and heritage music. What if you turned your radio to 89.3 FM one day and the station was silent? How big a loss in your life would it be to no longer have WRFG? All the music, the culture, the information provided by Radio Free Georgia would be gone. If you were given the opportunity, how much would you pay to put WRFG back on the air for the next year? Your membership dollars are the largest part of our funding and the most reliable of our sources. Think about how important WRFG is to you personally and to the Atlanta community. Won't you join us in this membership drive? And I am appealing especially to those of you who have been listeners for a long time and have never stepped up to the plate to become a financial partner with Radio Free Georgia. Now's your chance to hit a grand slam. Call 404-523-8989 or pledge online at www.wrfg.org. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. That is Blackjack from the Good Morning Blues
Our studio right now, even have been to be actually
Definitely.
I don't know if y'all have anything to say about it, but we like to have shows every last Thursday of the month, whatever day, the 5th or 4th Thursdays that falls on. at the Los Angeles Community Center from 7:30 p.m. until 9 p.m. And we're called Aroma, Activists Recruiting, Organizing, and Mentoring in Atlanta.
Well, Misty, thank you so much for all the information. And is there a phone number or website that they can find out for more information?
Sure. So we're on Facebook, facebook.com/Atlanta Activism, and activismatlanta.com is our website. We have a list of organizations in the Atlanta area. We post our activist meet and greet on the Facebook, and we actually have a calendar of events that we're trying to get going. There are a lot of different activist efforts happening in Atlanta, that work on Atlanta issues or even national or international issues, and we engage internationally. And then we try to put those in our calendar. So, yeah, check that out. It's activismatlanta.com, and the Facebook is facebook.com/Atlanta Activism, and we're called Aroma.
Aroma. Okay. Well, Misty, thank you so much for all the information. And thank you so much for what you all do in the community.
Yeah, and thank you guys for what you do in the community. WRFG is always there and anchoring, organization in our community. I hear about activism going on in Atlanta that I wouldn't otherwise hear about anywhere else but WRFG, this radio station. So we are so blessed to have WRFG, and even like a small monthly donation, like if we all do like $5 a month, $10 a month, $50 a month, whatever we can afford, we can keep WRFG going, And I know like you guys are a very accessible radio station. Like I can share about some of the work that I'm doing. I know people in the community that are activists that can share about what they're doing. So it's a way for us to access the media in a way that, we can't do otherwise. So it's really exciting to have WRFG, and thank you guys for what you do in the community.
Well, thank you so much.
No problem. People.
Thank you. Have a good night. Okay, that's Misty right there from Aroma. She's an amazing person, filled with amazing people.
She was saying something about donating $10 a month to
Yes,
WRFG.
she did, yeah.
I mean, and investing in each other, that is a beautiful thing. That's all we have, really.
Exactly.
When we unite, it is power.
Exactly. Well, we still have Bruce hanging on, and
Hey, Bruce.
we also have Ted Metz
Hey, Bruce.
still in here. Hey, Bruce.
Hey.
And I guess what do you want to piggyback onto anything that Misty just said, Bruce, about WRFG?
Well, I think the most important message tonight is to support what you're doing right there, JR, and have everyone call into 404-523-8989 and support Radio Free Atlanta, because what you guys are doing is so very important. You're sending a message, you're sending real information to people that's valuable, and I can't applaud that enough. I think that's wonderful.
Definitely, definitely. Well, on that note, you all want to hear another song, Ted, Bruce, Kyle?
Well, if I can, might I add just one little plug for myself?
Yeah, go ahead, plug yourself, yeah.
No, he didn't mean plug yourself. Plug your cause.
Your
But
cause.
if anybody is interested in what we're talking about, creating the world's first carbon negative vehicle, which is a little ways out yet, but I think we're actually about 8 years ahead of our time, because we're figuring this stuff out. We're actually figuring out how to make an electric vehicle. The first one was not electric, but the next one is going to be electric. It's going to be the first carbon negative vehicle in the world, and I think that's pretty important. If they want to know more, they can contact me at www.newsportscars.com, or they can check out what I'm producer, Diana Oliver, at the Facebook page Cannabis Car Sustainability Tour, and you can learn all about what we're trying to accomplish.
Sounds amazing. Sounds simply amazing. Okay, you ready for another song?
Sure.
Okay. What song are we gonna hear?
Well, I want to sing about something else, not only about our Earth, but
Would it be a rainbow?
but close, yeah. But also about something somewhat man-made, Cumberland Island.
Okay, let's hear
And-
about that.
Yeah, and so this is a song because we want to make sure it's still preserved, because there's a threat for development on the island to make some mansions for some people and whatnot. Cumberland Island, down by the shore, beautiful dolphins, magical lore, sweet preservation, St. Mary's Tour in Georgia. All you have to do is go once, and the impression lasts a lifetime. Longing to go back for the solace, the connection with nature, never wanting it to change, and trusting it will always be there. All you have to do is go once, and you'll never be the same. Sing it with me, Ted. Cumberland Island, down by the shore, beautiful dolphins, magical lore, sweet preservation, St. Mary's Tour in Georgia. I love to walk through nature. She never skips a beat. She's always there for me, as long as she's not hurt by humanity. All right, everyone, help me out. The wind sounds like the trees breathe like the waves crash like the sun rises like, let me see your beaming smile. Look at JR. Big smiley faces we are. Cumberland Island, down by the shore, beautiful dolphins, magical lore, sweet preservation, St. Mary's Tour in Georgia. But just a few weeks ago I heard it was threatened. My heart skipped a beat, even though I'm so far away. How many people like me would drive miles to save Cumberland Island waves? Ooh, oh, I know they want to be here. They could not make the trip. They want this land to stay pure, so they can come once more, so they can show their children what life's for, so they can feel belonging with the place they adore. You know they feel it in their core. Everyone, Cumberland Island, down by the shore, beautiful dolphins, magic galore. Sweet preservation, I need you more than you need me. Oh, Cumberland Island, down by the shore, beautiful dolphins, magic galore. Sweet preservation, St. Mary's Tor in Georgia. I love you, Georgia. I love you, Georgia. I love you, Georgia. Let me hear it, JR. I love you, Georgia. I love you, Georgia. I love you, Georgia.
Oh, yes, Cumberland Island tune. Love it. Well, we're going to take a quick little break, and then we got about 14 more minutes left till Jazz takes over some of the best in jazz with one Ralph Rice. We'll be right back. And we are back, and like I said, we have about 11 more minutes till Jazz takes over, top of the hour. And before we leave, do you have any last words you want to get in there, Bruce?
Oh, yeah, JR. You know what? My hero, not only you and Ted, but it's Aviva. Can I ask for a request?
Okay, you want a request? Okay.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a $50 donation.
Okay, the text in the mail.
Okay.
Aviva, can you do change?
Can you do change? Okay, yeah, we'll hear change. Yes, definitely.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, you've got it. And the
reason why I asked, JR, is because it's such an important song.
Yeah.
We ask everyone in the world to help make a change, to wake up and to contribute and be part of what is needed. And so that's why I love the song.
Definitely. Good point. Well, Bruce, thank you so much. Thanks for everything you do in the cannabis world, the hemp world.
Thank you.
We love you.
I love you guys.
Have a great night. Oh, wait a minute, I think Ted has one comment for you, Ted.
Yes.
It was great to be on air with you tonight.
Hey, Ted. Love you, man.
Love you too.
Rock. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything you do.
I will continue to do it with or without thanks, but thanks for thanking me. And thanks for you too, because what you're doing with getting out there and showing people that hemp plastic, pound for pound, being 10 times stronger than steel is a very important thing. People just have no idea.
Amazing. Keep doing what you're doing.
Let me tell you, this is just the beginning, pal. This is just the beginning, because we're talking about hemp graphene. We're talking about carbon nanotubes used for other things like suspension members, etc. Steel is going away. Aluminum is going away. Lithium batteries are going away. It's all totally changing right now as we speak. Technology is there. And it's going to be huge because we're going to make carbon negative vehicles a reality.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for all the information. Okay, that's Bruce Dietzen right there. He's an amazing person. Amazing. Okay, we're going to hear Change, and this is from the Pain of Truth CD. And Aviva, if someone donates at the $40 level, is there a way we can get them a Pain of Truth CD?
Absolutely. I brought it, and I brought a mailer so we can mail it right to them.
Sweet. Okay, there you heard it. We got a phone line open now if you'd like to make a donation. We're going to hear Change.
I got a question. How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the change, or are you gonna wait for change to rearrange you? How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the changer? Are you gonna wait for change to rearrange you? How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the changer? Are you gonna wait for change to rearrange you? How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the change? I'm not complacent, adjacent to a man impatiently erasing me and racing me. Are we a race that's free? Planetary times are chased with planetary changes. Are you with me when I say I see? Potentially we're here on heaven. How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the changer? Are you gonna wait for change to rearrange you? How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the changer? Are you gonna wait for change to rearrange you? How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the changer? Are you gonna wait for change to rearrange you? How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the change? I'm feeling antsy. You glance at me, I trance away. A greeting isn't meeting, it's just fearing what you'll take away. But I love life as you love life. I honor your deepest creation in this life. I encourage you to love yourself and be yourself for the highest good. I love five. How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the change? Oh, how you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the changer? Are you gonna wait for change to rearrange you? How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the changer? Are you gonna wait for change to rearrange you? How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the changer? Are you gonna wait for change to rearrange you? Yeah. Gonna stage a show for the universe, so she can see your stars, so she can see you glow. Let's stage a show for the universe. We're gonna sing a verse for the universe, so she can see her stars, so she can see you glow. It's just one word, one verse. As we traverse the space, rehearsing light, reversing this version of version to life. One word, one verse, one voice can make a difference. Don't be shy to be the first. Free. Change the world? Are you gonna be the changer? Are you gonna wait for change to rearrange you? How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the changer? Are you gonna wait for change to rearrange you? How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the changer? Are you gonna wait for change to rearrange you? How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the changer? Are you gonna wait for change to rearrange you? Free. Free, 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 free. Free, 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 free. How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the changer? Are you gonna wait for change to rearrange change you? How you gonna change the world? Are you gonna be the changer? Are you gonna wait for change to rearrange you?
Alright, there we heard that. That was Change off the Pantry CD. Great selection that Bruce had there. And any last thoughts, Ted, before we
Yes,
slide
as a matter
on
of fact,
out?
I would want to point out that Atlanta City Council on April the 17th will be holding a full council meeting where they're going to be readdressing Kwanzaa Hall's decriminalization of possession of marijuana legislation. I can say legislation, it's more of an ordinance because it's a city level.
Would that include hemp, Ted?
That's about marijuana, the kind that can get you high if you use it improperly.
Would that decriminalize hemp as well?
More than likely, but 1 ounce and under.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know how much
possession,
of
that's
how many
different
houses
than
you
growing.
can build with an ounce of industrial hemp. We'd have to figure that out.
Right, that's different thing.
But anyway, that's April 17th. I would encourage everyone to be there.
Okay.
We've been fighting in City Council for the last 4 months with them, trying to make them have some sort of sensible cannabis possession legislation
Interesting.
that will treat everyone fairly. Because in Atlanta, the city of 54% black people, 92% of the people that are arrested for simple possession just happen to be black, and we think that's wrong. We need to fix that. So show up at the City Council meeting and help us out. April 17th.
April 17th.
Great.
And
This is a
Aviva,
big month.
your gig one more time is on the
April 20th, 420. That's a big day. It's a magical number. There's plenty for 20.
Plenty for 20.
Mhm.
Sounds good.
And it's going to be at First E. We'll have a lot of information, a lot of great people there, a lot of community for everyone
Definitely
to
community.
network and
Definitely.
and work together. You know, just takes more communication and more
Yes,
seeing
it
each other.
does.
We don't see each other enough. We're stuck on social media.
Mhm.
If, you know, we don't. That's not seeing each other.
No, you gotta get out and connect. Connectivity.
Face to face.
Face to face. Kyle, do you have any last words you want to put in?
I learned a lot today. All I gotta say is if hemp can make a good ground coffee, I'm committed. So
Definitely, definitely. And Ralph, do you have something you'd like to add?
Please donate to WRFG Radio 89.3 to keep this independent station alive.
Definitely. Well put.
Thank you.
Okay, stay tuned.
$20 would be a good amount for everyone in the city to
Definitely.
donate. There's plenty for 20.
20. Plenty for 20. Let's do that. Okay, we'll be back same time, same place next week. One more week of the drive. Till then, take care, be safe out there.